There are two things I want to focus on: Mainu's false nine performance and this. Many people have weighed in on Mainu's performance. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. Mainu played well as a false nine, and this is why. Starting with the more traditional number 9 stuff, as Mazraoui is playing the ball in, Mainu is attacking the space on the near post, and it's a good touch and cross to Garnacho. I really like this play. Mainu is on the top line, engaging two defenders. That creates this pocket for Ahmad. As Ahmad gets on the ball, Mainu is now making a run towards goal. He ghosts into the box to get into this shooting position. He doesn't catch it well enough, but it was good centre forward play. In this example, Yoro plays this pass into Mainu, and it's a lovely touch to escape the pressure to start an attack. More target man play here. Lovely touch and keeps possession, but then gets on his bike to attack the box. This is great technical play. Martinez fires this pass into Mainu. As the ball gets to him, we can see it was away from his body, but it's instant control and link. These were just some examples of his hold-up and link play. Now, compare those examples to Højlund's hold-up play. This was actually quite funny because you wouldn't associate this with Mainu. He knows the space is there. He pushes the defender away and attacks the space. Could Garnacho dink that ball in? Maybe, maybe not. But Mainu made space for himself in a classic centre-forward way. A lot was made about how deep Mainu was, but he was a false nine. United prepared for this, but the problem was who went beyond Mainu when he dropped off and what they did. Mainu gets on the ball in a nice pocket here to link the play, and it's a nice move. But once Dalot gets into this position, one of the options is Mazraoui, which isn't ideal. But what is Ahmad doing here? He needs to be attacking that space vacated by Mainu. This example again shows how Amorim planned for Mainu to drop deep. As he links the play, we have two players who have moved beyond him. The problem is, it's Dalot and Mazraoui. This whole setup is bizarre to me when you have the two 10s out on the touchline and the two wing backs in forward positions. This was clearly Amorim's tactical approach. I want to address this situation because Mainu got called out for not being here when Garnacho played this cross. Yes, he should be in the box, but there is context. This is the build-up to that cross. We can see that Mainu is on the top line, moving towards goal. Garnacho with this space should be looking to go on the outside and put a ball in, but he checks back. Second price should be to play Dalot in, but he goes further away from goal. In my opinion, from here, Mainu is reading that Garnacho will cut back again, which it looks like he will, but he then goes on the outside. This is why Garnacho is a nightmare to play with, because he is so unpredictable. When you want him to cross, he doesn't, and then when he does, no one is there. And to be fair, Mazraoui and Ahmad could also be attacking that space. I'm not saying this is Mainu's new position, but he deserves credit for a solid performance. Now this tactic blew my mind, and not in a good way. United have the usual back three setup, but from nowhere, the hackman drops back into a centre-back position to create a back four. Straight off the bat, whatever Amorim was trying to achieve, it didn't work. My theory is he wanted to overload Palace's top line, try and get them to fan across the pitch a bit more to open the path into United's forwards. We saw this throughout the game, and it had no impact on disrupting Palace's top line defence, if that is what Amorim was trying to achieve. As much as I would like to blame the hackman for doing what he wants, it happened with such regularity, it could only be Amorim's tactics. But what worried me the most was, it had a similar feel to Ten Hag's 3-1-6. It was a 4-1-5, but like Ten Hag's 3-1-6, it lacked the passing connections to play through the pitch. But why didn't it work? Like I said, the Palace top line was very disciplined in holding its narrow defensive shape and not getting tempted to fan out to cover the back four. But to back this up, we can see Palace's double pivot positioned between the top three to cut off all avenues into United's attackers, and we really struggle to play through the pitch. But before I move on, does this remind you of anything? I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with H. Hexagon. The devil's verdict is, this is the first time I've been left scratching my head with Amorim's tactics. He said he was doing it his way no matter what. Please find me a clip of him dropping a pivot to create a back four. He may have done this before. Some of you have seen way more of sporting than me. Let me know. But 18 games in, this was a big shift in terms of the back four possession formation, Mainu as a false nine, and the bizarre positions of both wing backs. Let me know what you thought of the tactics I've highlighted or what you noticed from the game. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.